Welcome to the You Heard podcast, your go-to for Miami Hurricanes football. Ben, Joe, Pope, and CB break down recruiting, hot topics, and game day action.
All right, we'll talk about it at the end.
No, let's talk about this right now because you completely flipped it on me now.
I hate him for knowing this, bro. This man knew the brand, dog.
Okay, I don't appreciate that. I'm saying, like,
what are we talking about, son?
Get into it, talk. I felt
Keeping it a buck. Let me close these curtains real quick. You heard.
Hey, yo. No, hands are off camera, fam. Let's get right.
I gotta get, you know what I mean? You see it. You see the new hardware. You know what I mean?
Hey,
different.
Listen,
now I'm different.
Okay, that's what we do. All of us.
Now it's different. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Going 1990s Keith Sweat with it. All right, I respect it. I respect you, gangster. Hey, man, we only took a week off, but we back, man. Hope y'all had a good Sunday. Hope y'all had a good weekend. We'll talk about, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the show. You know what I'm saying? We'll cover it a little bit. The game was over in the first, 12 minutes of the game, so was it? Fam, he can sing. Matter of fact, we should just let Joe end every show singing now he got a mic. I was like, hey, look.
Now we on.
Now, look, first
be humble. Juan telling me to be humble. Sit down.
Oh, yeah.
Be humble.
Be humble.
Yeah. We ain't gonna talk about never mind. We ain't gonna get on that.
We'll get into that. We'll talk about it again. Just have a little fun. Have a little fun at the end. But yeah, man. Look, first and foremost, man. You see, my brother got a new mic. Gonna have a new appearance on Sunday as well. We want to thank y'all, man. Like all the donos, the views, all that stuff. We put it right back into the pod. You know what I'm saying? We trying to get everything better, get everything upgraded, everything, make sure y'all have a great time listening to us, watching us. You know what I'm saying? CB got the crazy background that he spent 800 years of his life putting together. You know what I'm saying? All the Comic-Cons dressing up crazy. You know what I'm saying? Poke doing his thing. Appreciate y'all. Oh, snap. Okay. We'll do that in a second, CB. But yeah, man, just want to say appreciate y'all so much, man. All the views, like I said, everything goes back to the pod. We're going to stay independent. We're going to keep giving y'all a real, you know what I'm saying, an honest thoughts from the building and from us, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. Joey, how you doing, my brother, as I get this together with a...
Real quick, CB, check your Twitter. I sent it to him via Twitter.
Okay, okay. Look at you.
Yeah. New mics. Man. That's how new mics do it.
Man, new mics, learning how to share invites.
Get to new mics.
2025 is real out here.
Yeah.
It's real out here,
chilling, man. Just chilling, man. Getting ready. Football is over. It hurts. We have to cope. Yeah, we have to cope with it because it's a long off season, man. So, we got to figure out some things, but just chilling, man. This cold weather's wild in this North Carolina weather's going crazy. And y'all smiling out, you know what I mean? You smiling and like, I don't know. Yeah.
Listen,
okay.
I understand.
We don't have to discuss it.
It's going we're gonna get a couple days next week. I think starting this weekend, it's supposed to be cold for like a solid 10 straight days, which is again crazy to me for Florida though. Like it's
10
never
straight days, you said?
Yeah, 10 straight days, which is a rare thing, fam. That does not happen. Like we had 3 weeks where it was we'll get it'll be cold in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Noon, you know what I'm saying? Lunchtime comes around, it's back to flu season. That's crazy. But yeah, man. How you doing, brother? Not much has happened on our time off. You know what I'm saying? We had a big time player, you know what I'm saying, a big time former player come back home. You want to jump right into that? You want to get into something else? You want to tease it? You know
nah, definitely, man. Welcome back, it's a how do we pronounce it? Is it Damione? You know what I mean? D-Lew, man. Welcome back home, D-Lew. You know what I mean? Former Canes D tackle. Yep. He was on the squads that kind of set the greatness up. That the Butch squads that set it up for the 2001 team. You know, and he was a problem, man. He got drafted. He was a first-round pick. Started in the league or played in the league for what, 10 years, something like that. 10 years,
yeah.
Retired. Learned from Pete Carroll, learned from Clint Hurt. You know how to coach that D-line, man. Had Colorado's D-line, D tackles looking excellent last season in the Big 12. And Coach Cristobal felt like he was ready, man. And another recruiting beast.
Yep.
And he's a Texas high school legend.
Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal.
Hopefully, we can make some inroads in Texas, man. Hopefully, man.
To ask you, I want your take on this because everything you said, I co-sign 1,000%. When you have that kind of connection, right? Made it to the league from Texas, and you come back home to recruit in the school that you worked for the opportunities, but this is a school that you chose back then, and you come back to it. This is a question that one day I want to ask, you know what I'm saying, the head coach and anybody, like, what's that feeling like when you walk back through those doors as a coach to make a difference in those future Canes' lives? You know, like the name that popped up, I'm gonna keep it up. The first name that popped up to my mind when he came back, I was like, Amon Moten about to fucking eat, dog. Like that's just the first name. I'm not saying that the other. That's the first name I was like, he is such a. Because Moten, we saw the steps, we saw the evolution of him and the growth, right? Very similar on the other side where you had, and he left Alabama, but you had Zay Horton. You've seen the steps, you've seen the work, and now you see D-Lew as like the perfect icing on the cake for his senior year, for his money year, to be able to make that crazy next step. Because the young boys, Justin Scott, Artavius, they'll grow with him, right? But this is like the perfect guy to have in this position for Ahmad's senior year.
Absolutely. And for Coach Lewis, you know, anytime you get a chance to go back to where it all started, you get, I think it's a new excitement. Like, of course, he was excited at Colorado, man. Working in a college atmosphere is just excitement, period. You know what I mean? It's just working with the young men, the young athletes, man, and being in that atmosphere is just crazy. But when you get to go back to the alma mater, it's something different, bro. It's something different, man. You know what I mean? I know he's going, man. I know he's going crazy, man. And then, you know, the young men, you know, a lot of them, of course, weren't born when he was doing this thing, but YouTube is a thing, son. You pull it up. YouTube is a thing, brother.
Throwing guards around. Let's bring in our, you know what I'm saying, our resident monster, CB the plug, aka the B stands for BDs. What up, brother?
Oh, it looks like I don't have one thumb. I promise I got thumbs, y'all. It's just the background.
Shout out to
Finesse Mitchell. What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Shout out to the homie, man. Good people, man. Guess all names wrong, but he loves everything Canes, dog.
Yeah, the baby's in the car. All right, we gotta chill out.
Okay.
Yes, we gotta chill out.
Shucks. I apologize. Shucks.
Man, I shouldn't have jumped on then. This is
I said bull job?
Yeah, what's going on, CB, man? How you doing, brother?
All right, man. Here at work, which is why I got the virtual background so people don't see my job. And
I don't like that. I don't like that jacket over the joint, man. I don't like that. So.
Is it that cold in Texas?
Man. We just got a cold front. It's cold as hell out there.
It's cold here too, brother.
It's cold as hell out there right now.
It's not cold.
It just came through. It was hot during the day, but we got a little bit of rain, and then it just got cold as hell, man.
Yeah.
One of them late nights in the shop, man. I had to cancel an interview that I had for tonight and everything. Just one of them nights.
What you think about the new coaching hire, man? What you think, brother?
I love it. I'm one of the few that I grew up a Deion fan because my parents are Cowboys fans, so I grew up a Prime fan. I mean, I still use 21 at the end of every password I use because of Deion. So I grew up a big fan of Deion. So I've been I've been watching the well-off media stuff from the time he got to Colorado. So the stuff in practice, the stuff in meetings, the stuff in game, dog. Coach Lewis got that dog in him, and he relates so well to the players. Like the way you see him interact mid-game, the way you see him interact at practice, he relates so well to these young men, and he got a different level of tenacity. Like, bro, I don't know where he's from in Florida, but he from around the way for sure.
From Texas.
He from Texas. Oh yeah, he from around the way though. Like
Texas.
He's from around the way.
What, like Sulphur Springs or something? He went to Sulphur Springs or something. I don't know where that's at.
I have no idea what that is.
No, I
Texas
don't know
big, fam.
Yeah, no doubt.
Nah, Texas is huge, bro.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas is huge. So he could be
Northeast Texas.
Yeah. Oh, so he's from the Panhandle. He from Texas Tech country. Yeah, but he's a tenacious coach. He's hands-on. We saw how that defensive line developed from last year to this year. They were a strength of that defense this year. Got after the quarterback. Yeah, I think it's a great hire. You know, he's got the best South Florida ties you could ask for. You know, he was fantastic as a Cane. I actually don't have any. Do I have any snaps that work?
You don't.
You don't. Let's go.
You don't have to go.
I actually don't.
You don't.
I don't. No. I don't. I actually don't have any snacks with me today.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't look.
I ain't got
Yeah, let's talk. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
I
it.
got some Folgers on my desk.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, you can't even see it.
Can't see you. Don't worry about it.
72 don't. Red 72 don't.
Oh, I got you on Sunday, fam.
Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
Oh, I got you on Sunday, dog. I found some barbecue rib potato chips. I got you on Sunday. But a great hire, man. I suggest going back and watching some of that well-off stuff for people in the chat.
That's a good. I'm gonna do that.
Check out some of that practice stuff. Check out some of that in-game stuff, because what Deion Jr. does really well is it's cold. We got a crazy cold front. So it's not just the coverage on the field he gets. When it's a timeout and the defensive line huddles, he in there with the camera, so you get to see Coach Lewis making literal adjustments in game. You get to see how he's coaching a guy who's getting beat, how he's adding little things to a guy's game. Hey, don't dip that shoulder. Make sure you use your hand. Like he's on. He's a really good game day coach as well, which lets me know he's got to be times 20 of that in practice. Yeah. So I think it's a good hire, man. I think it's a great hire. He's got he's a Cane. We like having Canes on the staff. He's a good recruiter, really good recruiter, and we know that's a big deal with Mario. So I think it's a great hire. What do y'all think about it?
Yes, it's a Cane hire that makes sense, right? It's not like, yo, let's bring Jonathan Vilma and make him the DC. You know what I mean? Things like that.
Or run the whole program.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not that. So
y'all not trying to hire Ken Dorsey or what?
Nah, that would make sense. You know what I mean? But
offensive
he going to Dallas.
Yeah, he going to.
I'm sorry,
gross. But yeah, yeah, man. So it definitely makes sense, and the recruiting should be crazy. Him and JP on the trail. Oh man, that's gonna be nasty.
Speaking of recruiting, CB, I know you tapped in, got a billion DMs and text messages. What are you hearing? You don't have to say names. What are you hearing from the recruits that you know what I'm saying, on the D line in the trenches of Coach D-Lew?
I actually haven't talked to many of them about him yet. I talked to a couple. I was just having a conversation with one of the young linebackers. I try not to name drop. I don't want people to think I'm just
no names. I
was having a conversation with one of my kiddos. You know, I call them my kiddos. We were just talking about the new DC, and randomly he was just like, "Hey, Coach Lewis like that." I was like, "All right, cool." So the people in the locker room are excited. I'm actually, there's a couple defensive linemen I want to ask about him that I've been talking to lately. Starting to build that Buford pipeline, and they've got a beast over there in Bryce Perry Wright. So I want to get his temperature on it as well. I know a lot of those guys too had Colorado offers and had a relationship with him already. So I think that'll help as well. But man, when you're being coached from someone who did it and did it at a high level here, I mean, where's the negative in that?
Facts. Facts.
Absolutely.
You want to go, Joy?
I mean,
That was a weird pause.
I don't know. All I want to hear about is
went to the
recruiting.
chat. I'm sorry. I'm always trying to see what the chat's saying.
All I want to hear about in recruiting is wide receiver. Yeah, Rocky. Yeah, Rocky. It's 26 should hopefully be. Calvin Russell was really Calvin Russell, J Rock. I need that.
Naeem Burrows. God, who's the kid I just watched the other day? He's really good too.
Yes.
Nayland Scott, 4-star receiver. Another one that's on their board. But I think you gotta lock down the kids here first. I think you gotta lock down J Rock. I think you gotta do whatever you can to get Calvin Russell. I mean, that's going to be a battle because he's just going to continue to rise in recruiting. He's already a monster, but he's going to continue to rise in recruiting. Jabari, I'm not sure what their temperature is with Jabari. Bigger receiver, a bit different than Russell and J Rock. Bit more possession style receiver, but a big guy, big hands, long arms, insane catch radius. 50-50 balls with him are just it's 80-20.
Yeah.
But I'm not. But there's a group of receivers that are like JJ babies who looked up to JJ and then played for SFE. So for a lot of them, you have to kind of understand that they're probably going to want to follow the dude they looked up to. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's no different than I'm a Cowboys fan because my pops was, but if you look up to somebody, you want to follow in their footsteps. So when you start to see a South Florida kid wearing like 18 and then playing for SFE, it's like, man, kiss that dude goodbye. He's not coming, fam. But they've been high on Jabari since his freshman year. I think I did my first eval of him his freshman year. So they've been crazy high on him for a while. So, I mean, when it comes to receiver, there's so many in this class. Like you were talking about it the other day. Like there's so many I still haven't watched yet, just because it's just,
you got cats that are not the high, the high 4 stars. You got Samarion Wingo that not many people talk about, and he's a problem.
Yeah, he nice.
Nice. Denarius Gray, that's an Auburn commit now, but he'll be on campus.
That's my dog. Denarius Gray, my dog. So yeah, there's a lot of options at receiver. It just kind of depends on. I'm gonna guess it depends on what happens in spring to see what flavor they're gonna need. You know what I'm saying? Like if Mally steps up and leaves spring as either the starter or someone getting significant playing time in the slot, do you really push for a couple slot guys? Because Mally gonna be here 3 years, maybe even 4. So it'll be interesting to see what they need. Joshua Moore is that big body guy. Chance is that big body guy. So do you really want to bring in more big body guys when you got young big body guys?
Yes,
so it's going to be interesting.
Yes, you 100. I don't know. You over recruit.
I don't care about that, man.
But it's because I'm a receiver fan. Like to me, the big body thing is overrated. It really is.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying receiver. Period. Malachi has it. If let's say Mally takes it or Ray. Yes, you get J. That doesn't stop you from over recruiting and being there every single morning, helping J Rock get out of his car. Hey man, everything good with you? Do you need anything? You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
that should never stop.
But it will impact. Do you bring in 2 slot guys? Do you bring in 1 slot guy? Because in today's day and age in recruiting, you can't over recruit because those are resources that are probably being thrown out the window because that kid don't play in 2 years. He's dipping.
I'm not saying get 2 or 3. I'm saying you get your 1. You know what I mean? Like
that
you don't stop getting him because I have Malachi. I don't want the who's the next? I want if there's a next guy. Let's say Mally leaves or anything gets hurt.
Yeah.
I want the next guy to be Malachi-esque. You know what I'm saying? Ray. I don't want to be any drop off at any position. I don't give a.
That's a great point, and he's young. He reclassified. Yep. He's not physically. He's not Chance Robinson. He's my breakout freshman on the offense, but still, to Ben's point, you do got to make sure you're still doing your due diligence because anything can happen. There's several guys not on this team that this time last year we were talking about, oh, he finna play a significant role, and then the transfer portal happens and he in Washington. So to Ben's point, you do need that balance. You do, and I'll be cynical at times. And that's why Ben is good for cynical people, because you do got to look at it as, man, you got to get them in house because you never know. You never know who develops faster or who may need to red shirt. J-Rod messing around, put on another 10 pounds. It's like, dang, he may be ready to play as fresh. Like, so you never know. So yeah, to your credit, even with the portal and whatever, you still kind of have to over recruit. As much as I don't like it, you still kind of have to do it.
You have to, because portals happen, fam. Like portal, you know what I'm saying? Coach, assistant coaches leave. I'm saying that could be the relationship. We see it all the time. Shout out to Mo, only 25 minutes late. Shout out to my guy.
Yeah, that's early by Mo standards, baby.
Mo pop up right before the and credits roll, man.
Poke, what up, Poke?
Shout out to the homie Poke, man, doing his thing. Probably playing bingo, right? Or is that Thursdays? That's Thursdays.
I'm about to get on. I'm about to get my bingo card, baby.
He on his way to the crib right now. Mo be showing up right before the show ends, asking about topics that we started in the beginning of the show.
Exactly. Like he can't hear.
CB got these snacks. Like, yeah, man. That was at the beginning.
Hey, what y'all think about D-Lew? Now we don't even know who that is. We don't even know who that is.
I know y'all ain't touched on this yet. Y'all talk about the coach.
Damn, he's such.
I think it's cool. You think? Question for both of y'all, especially in Florida. You think it'll help impact recruiting in Florida? There's been some big time defensive linemen that have got away in the past couple classes. Not because the staff ain't doing their due diligence. That ain't never gonna be it. But it happens. You think maybe some of those don't slip through the cracks now with Coach Lewis here?
You want to go, Joe?
I think it's bound to happen. And it's a new thing in recruiting, man. Like we all seen and we know, you can recruit your ass off. But if somebody say, yo, I got an extra 300,000 for you, you just recruiting for nothing, and you may catch them in the transfer portal cycle. You know what I mean? They'll go get their money for a year and then come back. So it just depends on what kind of kid we're talking about, right? So if you got the 6'6", 350 beast, and he's fielding offers, and that's important to him, right? Because all things are never equal, right? So if Miami say, yo, we got 400 for you, and you've been recruited by Miami since the 6th grade, you have a great relationship, you love Coach Cristobal, you love D-Lew, you love Jay Taylor, but a team, in the swamp says, yo, we got 550 for you.
Because our coach
and a house for your moms.
They did that to Oregon this year. Oregon was like, yeah, we got a 5-star receiver. Florida was like, hold up.
Hold up. No.
This buyout money in the pocket now. We're going to use it.
Yeah. What you going to do?
So you're right. You never know.
Oregon say, yo, we about to create a shoe with your name on it real quick. What you going to do? So.
I mean, who was the kid that recently he flipped from somewhere to Texas?
Oregon. Was it to Oregon? Because they said they was going to give him a shoe.
No, so not that one's crazy. Okay. There was a kid that flipped to Texas, and they asked, how On Three asked you for a quote? That man's quote was, they had a better NIL package.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I was like, yo.
Yeah.
But it is what it is, right? I mean, I guess if we can talk about it out loud, there's no reason the players shouldn't.
Oh, yeah, everybody, it's well known.
Yeah.
It ain't no secret.
Yeah.
Our new Florida players frail.
Yeah, we'll get to the next question in a second.
That's an interesting question.
I think, man, I think we got to get ready for the freshmen coming in now, right? Even the sophomores, they're embedded, and you said it like the JJ babies, right? Like they're following those, they're understanding how those conversations are going. So their intelligence and their, their spider senses are going to be tingling when good offers and all those things come around. So they're going to be fielding offers when 2 years ago it was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'll take that 350. Now it's like, man, but the market says they'll have conversations at 16, 17. Hey, but the market says my value at my height and weight and my skill level is actually around 650 to 750. So why are you lowballing me? You grown men better be ready for those conversations because the internet is for everybody. Everybody got that shit. Everybody DMs are open for everybody, especially if they have in-person relationships. So that you said it with that quote. Last year we didn't see that quote from anybody, CB. Their NIL package is better. Before it was like somebody will say, you know what I'm saying, oh, I heard from this or I heard that. Now it's the I'm like, yo, man, they pay me better. They got a better plan.
He literally was like, what y'all want me to say, dog? Like, what do you want me to say?
Because it's straight up. It's straight up and down, man. Like,
it's honest. It's honest. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's 100% honest that he was like, look, man, they offered me a better package. What you want me to do?
Yeah.
Can't hate the kid for that, right? I mean,
no.
I'm at my current job because they offered me more money than my last one.
Exactly. That's every day. That's their job. Like that's the fam. That is life-changing money at 17 for 95% of these kids, man.
And they all don't make the league.
No, and they all don't make that could be their livelihood right there in those relationships and all that.
Some of them are watching their parents suffer, man. Some of them are watching their parents fail to make call payments, can't get food in the crib. You know, they're watching that. So
that's why I never take a decision ever personally, man. Like I don't say it doesn't stick with me. Like, nah, I get it. Like, yo, like I don't know what your life was like at your age, but if growing up, if I had those opportunities, who got the biggest bag, yo? When we talk, Snow, I seen your mom, seen your pops go through too much to not make those. It just makes sense, man. Like it's not personal anymore. It's business. That's why I don't get emotionally attached to shit. Like, all right, cool, you okay? Let's rock. We gave you the NIL package you wanted, and we move on. Let's get into this question from Finesse. Finesse, if you're still in the car and I've cursed at any point, I do apologize. And let's take a second to recognize how great Joe's audio is. Can we just take a second?
It's smooth. I ain't gonna lie. I know I trolled with us being demonetized. When he started singing, I was like, oh, he did get a new mic. I forgot because I didn't have the video on. I just had the audio in my ears. I was like, hey, y'all sound smooth.
Just let me rock. Just let me rock.
All right. This just became my ASMR.
Just let me rock.
It got weird a little bit, right?
This is not that channel.
Let me talk.
This ain't that channel.
Just let me talk, dog. You know
boom, boom, boom. If you know that song in the chat, you're
late night with you heard. Late night with you heard. You know.
Right now. Joe got that smooth jazz voice. He finna have a Mildred in his DMs in a second. Now, baby, I heard you on that. You heard.
I heard you, baby. I heard you.
I seen you up there with your hat backwards and them shoulders. They gonna ask you to whisper.
Let me see if you heard. Yeah. Let me see what you heard. Let me see what you heard.
My neighbor's going. Well, my neighbor's going
to get you to hear something. I'm gonna make sure you hear something. If you need to hear something. This is an interesting question. I don't think it's a Florida thing. If you look at teenagers nowadays, the like long, lanky body type. Look at basketball players. Look at John Morant. Look at the basketball players. Look at a lot of the players coming out. That DJ Pickett body style. It seems like that's just the body style of today's youth. You know what I mean? Like, think about it in your head for a second. CJ Bailey, like a lot of these. That's why when you see a kid that's yoked, he stands out because I feel like nowadays the slender, tall teenager is just a thing. It's everywhere. Like I noticed it in basketball a couple years ago, but if you look at football now, I mean, you got DNs that look like that as well. A lot of guys look like receivers nowadays. I don't think it's a Florida thing. I think it's just a body type of this generation.
I've always felt like, though, when you get to places like Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana, like it seems like them young kids are kind of just heftier, just more put together when you're looking at those type of states. You know, when
I mean, a lot of mashed potatoes in the South, dog.
They're probably lifting wood and chopping trees and shit, you know.
But
I mean, and stuff. I'm sorry.
I know people in the chat gonna take that as a joke, but seriously,
nah, that's real.
If you grow up like I've interviewed a kid where he was like he didn't lift weights when he was younger, but he moved hay bale,
right?
Yeah.
In the off season, like that. And he said like he came back to the strength program. Max went up by like 60 because that and it wasn't a job. That was his chores. Like that he had to get on the
Brock
farm.
Shot.
Mama
Shot
needed the bills moved. Like
Brock Shot from like farmers country, ain't he? Brock Shot.
Yeah. So I think that plays a part in it too.
Yeah.
And then the food you eat, right? You in the bigger cities, you probably eat not so you probably not eating Sunday soul food every day. Whereas, if your mama in Alabama, you probably got cornbread 2-3 times a week or some rolls, or you know what I mean? You just eating different. But I do see that body style. Look at Dylan Day. That body style just seems to be today's kid for some reason.
Facts. No, yeah, you're right. Yeah. No, you're right. Just so everybody knows.
Thank you.
Shout out.
Because they kept confusing. They kept confusing me and Benny.
It was a great time on shout out to Michael Yo. Check out the podcast. Michael Yo doesn't have the names. No, doesn't have the names. He has it off to the side, so he didn't. Finesse is good. Names are a channel. Shout out to Finesse, man. Y'all make sure, like he said, go check out his channel. You know what I'm saying? Hit the subscribe. He's not gonna bother you with any, any videos. Probably drop some shorts on there. I'm saying he's doing his thing, man. Dude is a trip, man. Shout out to Finesse.
You want to hear something funny about Michael Yo's show? So I was on the very first one, and when he sent it to me, it was like, so the show is called Comics on Canes. I thought it said Comics and Canes. I was like comics, like nerds and Miami.
Oh, that's all you.
He was happy.
So they introduced me, and I was like, man, we're bridging my love for comic books and Miami. And they were like, let's speed past that statement because that is not the name of the show. They did it, but they did it so smooth. They just kind of brought up the next topic. Like they didn't even embarrass me, or they never even said anything about it. But I was sitting there like, I think I have misjudged the name of this show.
Yeah.
But they're lovely people. Absolutely. They never even called me on it. They're lovely people.
Ever since Finesse told me that Tisha Campbell was doing comedy, I've been intrigued. So Finesse, I need to see something. I've been intrigued because I really want to see that. Like
Tisha Campbell does comedy.
Finesse is like helping her out, man. He's like, Hey,
man, Finesse, do you know Tony Baker? Do you know Tony Baker or CP, the comedian? Those are two of my favorite comedians. I love.
He's
Tony
the OG
Baker.
In that room, right? I'm assuming Finesse is the OG.
Yeah, Tony Baker, man. Look at who you came to see.
Money is business for
nobody in the chat. Tony Baker thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
Hey. Hack in the building. Shout out to Mo. Yeah, CP is hilarious.
Juan, we're talking about Gina. Yes, we're talking about Gina, Juan.
That's crazy. I didn't know she did comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
talented, man. She's very talented. And remember, like she's been acting for
a long time.
She was like a kid, right?
Yeah,
like
she was a kid actress, man. Yeah.
Yeah, she did probably maybe even a year ago. My time would be off when I see stuff. But she's working on a new show or something, and where they were shooting was like right across the street from where like they used to shoot Martin. So she like did like a video showing people like this is where we used to go in and everything. I was like, dog, she is barely aged. Like obviously everyone ages, but in my she looks like she looks in my head still. It's crazy. She was funny on the show, so I'm listen to her.
Martin, when she came out the bedroom with her head stuck in the headboard,
with the headboard,
fam, it's one of the funniest. Her panic that that alone is bananas. Yeah. Shout out to Mo for the second. Don't know. It says they eat raccoons and snakes. Sir, you are also in Florida. I know where you live, fam. I know the city. Let's not get crazy.
Probably the same thing up in there.
Ben is in eating raccoon territory.
Yeah, I showed y'all the picture. I showed y'all the picture. Where the light stops, the light stops.
Ben definitely lives somewhere where they bring coon over for Thanksgiving. I got a couple fried coon, which means something different sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. Don't say it like that.
Yeah,
you know
Finesse, he knows them all. He knows them all.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I heard that stuff is actually not as bad as it sounds though. Like raccoon meat and snake. And
what's happening? No, fam, that's not happening. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I've had alligator. That's about it.
I don't want to know.
No.
I mean, I grew up in New York, dog. We wasn't really eating that. So
yeah, Gator. They have like Gator bites, like a random stop sometimes.
Really?
Finesse, man. Oh yeah, fam. Like there, you'll see like signs for like fried alligator here. Like what? Just walk in.
Is Gator good?
No, it's not good. I mean, maybe the cook who did it wasn't good, but it was tough. So I've never
Tastes
had it.
like 3710 to me is what it tastes like. My bad.
It was not great, fam. It's I didn't like it. Damn Gina Tour 2025. All right.
Oh, that's fire, bro.
I'm going.
That's fire.
If y'all come to Charlotte, I'm there.
Outside, man.
That's fire.
Yeah.
All right, there's no good way to segue this real quick. We'll get back to the D-Lew. Did we're not talking about the Super Bowl, just purely the halftime show. CB, we've touched on it a little bit. Joy, we hadn't talked about it because you're not in the, you know what I'm saying, you working and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize, Finesse. I said the S word. I gotta watch my cousin. I do.
And
I
stuff.
do.
And stuff.
100% thought it was gonna be me.
Yeah, no, so far it's been me and Joe, which is very weird. Joe got a new mic, doesn't know how to act. Already sang twice. How'd you feel about the halftime show, man?
I mean, what are we talking about here, fam?
Here we go.
Joey
show, podcast.
Man, it was what Kendrick does, man. It wasn't meant to entertain people. That's not what it was for. He's not. I don't think he's here to entertain.
Appease. He's not here to appease you.
He's not here to do that, man. He did what he did, man. He looked directly in the camera and said some things with a smile on his face.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that's what he did, and it's all for the sport to me, man. I'm of the culture, so I love it. I understand. I'm of hip hop culture. I grew up in hip hop culture, man, and I love it. I love the hip hop is a sport, man. It's a sparring.
Yeah.
Shout out to Screw.
It's competition. Yes. Shout out to Screw. It's competition. You know what I mean? And along the line, it's gotten to where you just have to have a hook and a hot beat. You don't have to have skill.
Dog, they don't even do hooks no more, Joe. They don't even do real hooks. They take a bar and they loop it for the hook.
Yeah.
They don't even have hooks no more.
So salute to, and other than the legal action that was taken, I appreciate the sport. I appreciate the competition, because I do not care if you do not like Drake. Drake can rap. I don't
100%.
care what you say.
100%.
That man can rap.
Yeah.
Especially when he really go. When he want to go, he can go. He write a beat probably better than most people.
Ass off. They both rap their ass off. So
yeah,
I'm happy that, and I hope it keep going. I want people to take their emotions out of it. You know what I mean? It's just rap.
We live in stan culture now, so it can't happen.
Just take your emotions out and appreciate the bars, man. I love the show. I love the halftime show. I love all the symbolism. I love what he did, man. I love the dancers. I love the Serena, even though I'm Serena. I love Serena.
I love
hopping
Serena
on there. I love SZA hopping out there, so I loved it, man.
Drake is not a great singer. He's a good melodic singer, but to say great singer, I think is a bit of a stretch. But because he's more melodic, he's very monotone as a singer. But but for that pocket, for being a melodic monotone singer, he's elite at that.
He does
but
Drake well. He does Drake.
But if you say great singer to me, like I need to see some variation. But I think he 100% is a great artist. I didn't think it was a great. I don't think from an entertainment standpoint, it was a great show. I think for what Kendrick does, providing the experience, the visuals are always elite. You know what I'm saying? The symbolism is always elite. The way he always puts on for the culture and puts little things in there that only we're going to get. I love that from a Kendrick performance. I don't think it was an elite performance, so to speak, because in that big of an environment, it's hard to do rap. You know what I'm saying? When you got Pop R&B or you got a singer, you got background singer. So even in the midst of that person singing, you're getting stimulated by the background singers, by the
Yeah, it
band.
was just him.
Whereas when
It
it's
was just him.
when it's rap,
Yeah.
it's just him. But then credit to him for it, dog. I don't know how many people have performed. I've performed a lot in my life. That is not
You know
easy to
how
do, bro.
hard it
Like
is.
I've done a lot of solo shows. I've done a lot of 4-track, 5-track. Dog, by that fifth one, your boy, I used to keep a slow song for like track 4 so I could pull out the stool. But it's just to catch my breath before the last track. Like so, like from a performance standpoint, for the visuals, the overall aesthetic, he can't be beat. Like,
No.
but I don't think it was a great. I don't think it was a great show for entertainment, but I don't think that's Kendrick's bag anyway. He not like Joe said, he not trying to entertain the masses. His message is it's tunnel vision a bit, but I mean, the visuals were crazy. The American flag, the dancers, the way he made the set look like a street, and even from certain angles that they shot it, you wouldn't have known they were at a Super Bowl with the street lights, with the stage built to look like concrete, like that. That's fire.
That's levels,
So
dog. Yep.
yeah, from a visual standpoint, from a hip hop standpoint, I thought it was great. I just didn't think it was great.
The Samuel L. Jackson touch was fantastic.
The Samuel L. Jackson touch that I didn't even understand until my dad was like, I was like, hey, I Samuel L. Jackson. He was like, did you get the reference? And I was like, no. My dad was like, all right. So he started explaining to me. I was like, oh, okay. So I thought overall it was cool. Everyone, look, the Super Bowl halftime show is going to be 50-50 every year. I don't care what they do. Some people going to like it, some people not going to like it. But I don't think you can argue with the visuals, the aesthetic of the performance in the field. It's just it was fantastic. I wish he did a couple older hits. I thought him starting out with "Squabble Up" was risky because that is a very new song. I thought it was and that's a banger.
It was all new except for "Damn" and "Humble."
Yeah, yeah. No, well, did he do? I thought he should have done.
He did "Humble."
Yeah, he did "Humble." I thought he should have done "All Right" because sometimes you do need to play into the casual fan.
Right. He already did all right with the Dre and Snoop thing though. Remember he was
Nobody remembers that.
Nobody, but see, that's what I'm saying though. That's why I'm not look for me. Prince was my all time. You know what I'm saying, halftime show. I thought Prince was just. In fact, I rewatched it today because I hadn't seen it since like it first popped. I just the memory of it, and like I thought that stage blew up. If you watch that again, like the because it's like literally raining, it was crazy. But I said it on Twitter, like I don't think I've hated anything in my life, in my entire life, the way Kendrick hates Drake. I don't like. It's just
I don't know if he hates him, bro.
No, but like for public consumption, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Like he's putting.
I think he hates what he stands for.
There you go.
He hates him as a person. Yeah. I think he hates what it stands for.
No, not
but
person,
I don't think he hates him because if he hated him, he wouldn't even. He low-key gave him the grace at the beginning of the battle.
He did.
And Drake kept with that, come outside shit. So
yeah,
if you hate somebody, the second they say something about you, like, man, fire up the track. But he was clearly like, all right, like, I'm not taking this guy. And then it was, you need to come outside. It was like, all right, bro, if you want me to come outside, I'll come outside. And then like, go back inside, please. And he like, nah, hell no.
I'm out here. You wanted the boogie.
Hey, Doc, can I get a drop? I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
It was cool. It was cool.
What I liked about it is like 3 days later, you know what I'm saying, still gives you things to consume and talk about and break down and see the visuals. Like that's the layering that I like with Kendrick. I'm a Kendrick fan. I'm a Drake fan. Like, and me and Joe were talking earlier. It was like the loss on Drake was like it's on Drake. You know what I mean? Because like he had all the motivation and the appeal of the masses, and the masses go, "Hey man, it's okay to lose, fam. Like you've done it once before. Move on from it." The sticking with it was crazy. But yo, fam, when he looked,
I'm actually the perfect test subject for this battle. I'm not a big fan of either one. Right. I consume their music, but I'm not the type that when either one of them drops, I'm going straight to my Spotify. I'm not huge on Kendrick or huge on Drake. I think they're both great artists. So I was probably one of the best test subjects for the beef because I don't have any extreme bias one way or another. My favorite TDE artist was Ab Soul, but I ain't listened to Ab Soul in a few years. Like, so
absolute problem.
I wasn't in Schoolboy. Like, I still listen to Oxymoron. So I'm not like huge on Kendrick or Drake. I was just listening to the bars.
You are the perfect.
Yeah.
And you understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Shout out to them. I'm sure they'll pick somebody good for next year's Super Bowl halftime, which we won't talk about.
You think it's going to change how they do it? You think it's going to change how they do it?
So I feel like Taylor Swift or somebody's coming out. It's in San Francisco.
I was going to say, you think they may go to because
I go Chris Stapleton.
I think they need to do compilation halftime shows. I think we need to dead the one person. I think it needs to be because we saw how good the Dre one was because of different flavors you got. Like, so I kind of feel like, man, being in Cali, doing a whole Cali one would have been crazy, or like having TDE do it. You know what I'm saying? So you can get a little Schoolboy, you can get a little SZA, you can get a little everybody. I think that should be the way they should go forward. I mean, if it wasn't what it was right now, imagine a Bad Boy reunion halftime show.
Not Bad Boy.
That's probably,
you said.
You know, I'm saying take him out of it, but if you bring out 112, Mary J, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that would be crazy.
So if they didn't know
next year,
no limit and no look, Cash Money type of thing.
Yeah. Listen, if they'd have played Cash Money taking over for the 992, that stadium would have erupted.
That stadium wouldn't have known who that was. Let's calm down.
Oh, that stadium would have erupted, bro. 50-year-old people, when that song come on, they still twerk.
We gotta know the demographic of those 40 to 50-year-old
white folks. Still listen, bro. I live in Texas, Ben. You could put that song at a mugging at the rodeo, and they get down.
5,000.
I'm telling you, dog. There's certain songs.
$5,000 tickets.
I'm telling you, dog, there's certain songs that crossed over. You can play that song at the rodeo next year.
That's the only song.
And I'm telling you, and they get, yeah. Now, 500 Degrees, they probably would have been like, what is this? But you
can't play, huh?
You can't play that. Yeah, you can't play. You can't play that. But if you'd have played back, I'm trying to get it demonetized. You'd have played Back That Thing Up.
Yeah,
it would have hit. But honestly, I know this is controversial. I don't think Wayne's solo show would have been better than Kendrick's. I'm just saying.
It wouldn't have been. No, it wouldn't have been good.
I just don't think it would have been.
People are glamorizing like the Lil Wayne they grew up with to the Lil Wayne that is now.
It's nostalgia.
Like I saw Lil Wayne. Yeah, I saw Lil Wayne last year with one song trying to perform at WrestleMania. Let me tell you something. If you go back and watch that, please understand.
That was hard to watch.
That was embarrassing, fam. Like
that was hard.
You want to think about it like the music videos that's edited and created. Like that's not his performances aren't like that. Like it's
all right. So if Jay-Z come to you and he say who you booking next year for the Super Bowl halftime show?
Jay-Z's done. Jay's contract's up. This was his last one.
Yeah, and they got the boy up out of there. But whoever, let's say they come to you and say who you booking? Who would you book for next year's halftime show?
Me personally, I would switch. I would do Chris Stapleton. I would just like to see him.
That's my guy right there, dog. Man, I mess with Chris Stapleton tough.
Yeah, but that's it, man. That's our recap of the Super Bowl because the game was over very quickly.
Crazy.
But, you know what I'm saying? But the halftime was we you know what I'm saying? Like Joey said, we are the culture, man. We hip hop heads. I still watch Sue Surf battles when he destroyed Geechee Gotti. If you don't know who that is, you know what I'm saying, please watch Real Disrespect on stage.
If you want to see somebody be disrespected, it's an old battle. Young Ill versus T-Rex. He tore Rex up.
Yeah. You want to see
tore him up. Sue Surf versus Young Ill's a good battle too.
Yeah. All right, Joey, what you got, man? Moving on to the next segment of the show.
All right.
Let's
do something. We're gonna do our tweets of the. You want to go to commercial first?
Yeah, let's go to commercial real quick. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fan shop.
Fan shop.
Hey, can't wait to get back down to Caneswear, man, and shop till I drop, son. Can't wait.
It was QB1 on there at first.
That's a whole.
They're already starting to put out content with him.
Nice.
You guys brace off too.
Yeah, he been had that on.
Yeah, brace. Yeah, Lux with 8 verbs is nice. Lux versus Calico, 3rd round is. I watched that before every podcast. If I'm keeping it a book.
Is Arsenal still rapping? Is Arsenal still? I ain't been in the battle rapping in at least about 5 years.
Arsenal just got bodied by Mook.
Yeah,
he just got 30.
Is Hitman Hollis still rapping?
Yeah, just. Yeah, I've never been a big Hitman.
Neither was I. I was a Young Ill guy. I like Young Ill a lot. But
this legit would not be a bad halftime if we're keeping it a book. It was Morgan Wallen, Chris Stapleton. I give it to Ghostface. I just like those two artists. You know what I'm saying? He's got a new album coming out here soon. All right, what you got, Joey?
All right, we're gonna do a little segment, man, called Tweet of the Day. Find a random tweet, Canes related, and we'll discuss it. You know what I mean? So this was a conversation earlier today. I don't know if I can make it bigger.
There you go.
Can you guys see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right. So slander Dan Lanning until he win account. So what order y'all putting these coaches in?
Oof.
You got Dan Lanning, Mario Cristobal, Mike Norvell, James Franklin, Marcus Freeman, and Kalen DeBoer. Now, I can say with confidence that Mike Norvell should be last. I mean, if we're
I wouldn't even
put Norvell under.
Yeah, five years. What year is this? 6th?
Yeah, get him up out of there.
5 or 6
year.
6 year and what, 3 losing seasons or something like that. Like,
I gotta run. Love y'all on the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button if you're new.
Give us your order real quick.
Damn, I'm aging myself, leaning in this way.
You the young one.
Give me Freeman, Cristobal, Lanning, DeBoer, Franklin, Norvell.
Yeah, Norvell's definitely last. Okay.
Yeah. But I think Marcus Freeman's cream of the crop at the moment.
Okay. All right.
That's gonna lose me some followers. Love y'all, man. I'll be in the chat.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Peace.
What you think?
Yeah,
what you think, man? What you got on here, man? What you got on here, brother? Because that's
all right, man. Fam, all right. I'm gonna go bottom to top, man. I'm gonna go. I mean, like, without question, Mike Norvell. The fact that he's even on this list is disrespectful.
That's a problem.
I don't. Son, you can't have 2-10 and 3-9 season and be like, yo, he's one of the. What the fuck? What we talking about? I guess these are like guys that haven't won a title, right? Is what I'm assuming. This is the way the list is because Kirby Freeman not on there. Dude from Mississippi not on there. What's his name? The offensive coordinator runs the whole team. Can't think. Whatever. I'm gonna go. All right. I'm gonna go Mike Norvell at the bottom of the bottom, like under the bottom. James Franklin, I've just never been a fan of James Franklin. Like he's I think he's gonna be like a great DC type. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I just don't think he's meant to be the head man. Because you're gonna get commentary with this one. All right, so what we got next? So I'll go Kalen DeBoer. I don't know. Just jury's out on him. The fact that they graded him out even after the worst season Alabama's had in 20 years is crazy. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go very similar. So who's left? So then I'll go Dan Lanning, just because, fam, like you can't have unlimited funds and then have a bye week and then just not show up in the playoffs. Just refuse to outright just, hey, you know what? We're good here. And then I'll put Mario, and that's like my bias setting because you know what I'm saying I like Coach Cristobal. And Marcus Freeman is my top dog in that one. Keeping it a buck. I think keeping the Notre Dame. I've just become a fan of Marcus Freeman. Like he went to Ohio State and coaches at Notre Dame, so I have no reason to be. But that pivot episode that they did, and you got to know him, like that's one of those. It was like, gosh, okay, I just like, you know what I'm saying, I just like Marcus Freeman. So shout out to Marcus Freeman.
Yeah.
Miss CB.
I'm not going historical, right? See, I don't want to go back years, and because if we go in historical, you know what I mean, it's hard to shit on James Franklin, you know, or Kalen DeBoer for what he did at Washington or whatever.
Right. You going last season?
Last season, man. That's all I can do, man. And you know, we got to throw recruiting in there, right? You can't. Yeah. That's part of it, right?
Absolutely.
So if we're going off this past season, I'm gonna have Marcus Freeman first.
Okay.
I'm gonna have James Franklin second, man, because he did a good job at Penn State this past year, man.
Semifinal, national semifinalist, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Dan Lanning third. You know what Oregon did, and he's recruiting at a crazy level out there.
Ooh, I see what you're doing, Joe.
I'm gonna have Mario Cristobal fourth.
Okay.
Yeah. Recruiting is always never a problem, and we're tight, but we won 10 games.
Yes.
Definitely should have been more. Oh gosh, I don't even want to talk about it. But from 7 to 10 games. Kalen DeBoer, and Mike Norvell is
shouldn't even be mentioned.
I don't understand.
Shouldn't even be mentioned on this list.
Yeah. So, yep. There we go.
Where do you put? This is a great question. I love this, by the way. Shout out to Slander Dan Lanning. Where do you put that onus, though? Right, like we know our NILs, what it, you know what I'm saying, what it is. Like when we want the players, we'll get the players. But Nike money, is Nike money, right?
Sure.
So like when you have that, right? Like, and you're already, Dan Lanning is a solid to top tier recruiter. Like, where does that, like, you know what I'm saying, he's coming in the same season, right? Because they got hired at Oregon the same year. But I guess because he's already won the Big Ten, he gets that nod. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's just like when I was saying, it was like, I don't know how good he is
because of the resources. But okay, so listen, I don't want to. There's been a lot of coach. Phil Knight has been there for a long time,
and they've never won.
There's been a lot of coaches that went through there with the same resources available.
Yep, facts.
And they didn't do what Dan Lanning is doing. You know what I mean? Yep. So, and there's a lot of other schools with kind of unlimited Texas, any Texas school. Let's look at Texas A&M. Let's start with those. But let's start with Texas A&M. Pretty much unlimited resources down there.
Yeah, oil money crazy.
There's been plenty of coaches that ran through, and they didn't do what Sarkisian's doing. You know what I mean? So, you know, you had Jimbo Fisher at Texas A&M with those resources. He was recruiting out of this world. At one year, you remember he had the number one class, and it was done. It was dumb.
Yeah. It was the best class ever, right? Like per ratings, the people who rated it was the best class ever recruited, and they won nothing.
And that didn't pan out, man. So you still have to do it. You still have to coach it. You still have to get those dudes who are 5 stars to do what you need them to do and to play to the best of their ability. You still got to bring the 5-star out, man. I don't care. You still have to bring the 5-star out, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, nobody's coming from high school to college and just dominating just because. Nobody's walking from American Heritage to a college campus and dominating that shit without the coaching. Nobody's doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, they're really no. It's a difficult thing, right? Like we as fans like question it from our perspective, but you know what I'm saying. So it's always gonna be questions like, man, like how hard, like what chicken or the egg type of situation, right? Like which one is it? Is it the money or is it the coaching? Like the money gets you in the door and might close some deals, but the field, once they're behind, you know what I'm saying, in that room, it's on you, homie. Like, their cars are gonna be nice whether you coach them up or not.
Yeah,
that's all the way. So shout out to Winston Snowman in the chat, says, I used to live in Portland in the World of Nike Projects, Nike Core, and y'all really don't understand how much money Nike has. The Nike campus is incredible. It must be absolutely insane.
Yeah, facts. I want to get out there. I really want to get out there and see that, man, because I know it's ridiculous. And like we said, man, that money's been there. That money hasn't. That money's been there for decades. Like Nike been popping for a while, and that money has been there, man. So you have to have the coach to coach it up. I don't care. You know, you have to have the coach.
Yeah. James Franklin number 2 is crazy. I guess you know, I let my biases stand. I feel you though.
2024, man. I gotta go off what I saw in 2024.
Yeah,
I gotta go off what I saw in 2024. We rhyming up here, man.
Okay. All right, Dr. Seuss. You got a new mic, you don't know how to act. All right, man. Joey, what else you got? Oh, you had another one. You said you had another one that you was gonna. Are you good?
No, I did have an issue. Listen to some people talking about, you know, it's a lot of people talking about the Canes without Cam Ward, right? What are the Canes gonna do? There's no more Cam Ward. Cam Ward's gone. What are they gonna do? Nobody has Cam Ward. Cam Ward is nobody has a Cam Ward. Nobody had a Cam Ward.
No, we did.
Yeah, we had the Cam Ward. He's gone. And we not like nobody in the country has a Cam Ward. So why is no one else
in the playoffs
in trouble? Why is no one else in trouble?
No. It's okay.
Especially on the listen, the offensive side of the ball to me is the least worrisome because all the coaches are intact still.
Yes.
Right? You still have that camaraderie. Coach Dawson, this is his 3rd season.
Yep.
So the language, the way of doing things, the process, play calling, everything is intact. Coach Mirabal, Coach Cristobal, the old line, that shit is like a dance.
Yeah.
Coach Merritt going into the 2nd season. KB going into year 3. 3.
2. No, 3. Yeah, 3.
3. Like, come on, son. That speaks for something, doesn't it?
Here's why that's just lazy, right? And it's why I don't ever
another narrative, man. Another narrative.
Yeah, it's just that's all it is, man. Like, fam, no, the people who all 12 teams that were in the playoffs, none of them had Cam Ward. Nobody became Cam Ward in the playoffs. Cam Ward is one of one. That's it, man.
Yep.
Like we act like Cam Ward built himself to become Cam Ward. Like that was a 5-year Cam Ward project that he took on himself and chose to come back and honestly, I'm saying come out and be a Cane. Man was going to the league. It's just lazy. Also, who we quote unquote replaced him with was 24-3 in the SEC. Like you act like we walking out there with a true, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Oh, what are we gonna do without Cam Ward? You know what? I think Carson Beck will be just fine behind one of the best O-lines in the country.
Yeah.
Like, what are we talking? It's just one of the best running games in the country. What are we talking about, yo? Like, but that's just Leo. They don't have Cam Ward. You know what we do have? A completely revamped defense. You know what I'm saying? A monster defensive line coaching staff. I'm hoping the right hire at DC.
Yeah, jury's out on the DC, no doubt. Like I'm not questioning that.
No,
I do know that the talent has been upgraded in the room.
Absolutely, yes.
I do know we have a new voice in that room. So I'm in wait and see when it comes to the defense. The hopes is that it can't be much worse than what it was. and hopefully it's
they
better.
Just communicate. If
they communicate, hopefully it's better. Simple things: communicate, tackle.
Yeah, I'm not asking for the world. I'm not asking for some crazy fans yet. Just if I just see like one hand signal and everybody goes, all right, and everybody understands, tears are going to be shed, Joe. Like I'm going
limit explosives.
It will be fan. I'm not asking for nothing crazy. I don't even have an insane high bar. It was like, everybody knows what they're doing. Holy shit! You know what I'm saying? The simplest thing was accomplished, which didn't happen last year.
But offensively, again, I'm not worried about shit. The only thing I could be worried about is that his elbow heals correctly. That's it. That's all.
That's it.
You know that's what I mean? Only thing. And that's the only concern. If that happened, and by all accounts, he should be throwing in a couple months, man. He should be throwing in April.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
And
then really his confidence, you know what I mean? He has to get back right. He has to get his mind back right, you know. So
yeah, I'm good.
I'm cool. But that was my gripe. I've been hearing, I keep my ears to the streets a little bit. So I've been hearing people saying,
when you say streets, is it YouTube?
Yeah,
or the streets?
Yeah, that's the streets. That's the hood.
That's the streets.
YouTube and X is the hood. Definitely the hood. You know, so I've been hearing people saying like, Clemson is the squad because of their camaraderie on the offensive side of the ball. They got a new DC too, did they not? Did they not get a new DC?
Yeah.
They got a new DC too. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
it's just
it's the same situation. Not good.
That's the thing, right? It's because they have less questions. You have to question something in a negative way. And I'll give it to you if they go, yo, I don't know, they're breaking in a true freshman or a redshirt sophomore.
Right.
We're gonna
Carson
see
back, man.
It's Carson back, yo. Like I get that his season last year wasn't astronomical, but Eric McLean said on the show, world record drops on the that's gonna make you press for a lot of shit. Sorry, Finesse, if you're still in the car with your kids. I apologize. But you know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you press. So man, if that wasn't the replacement, 100%. I give you that narrative. All right, yo, you know what? I got questions too. We be in a text in the group chat freaking out. Like, yo, what we about to do? Run 90-10? Like we about to run the ball. We about to go wing T with this? What are we about to do? It's Carson Beck. The elbow's the question. Again, the elbow's the question till the next thought, the continuation of the thought is we own a hospital. I think we'll be good. You know what I mean? I think we have the right people in that building to figure out we're a medical school. Like
his body has to do what his body does, man. He gotta chill out. I know, he got a lady, he gotta chill out. Like keep that arm free. You know what I mean? Keep that arm free.
Keep it away.
Keep that arm free.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do. But man, it's just lazy, yo. Lazy. All right, man. I got nothing else, Joey. That was a great point at the end. Hey, man, appreciate y'all so much. The audio will be up right after the show. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us, man. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Y'all be good, man. Peace out. You heard. Out.